Would you look at that? Whoa, that's a situation. Yesterday, my tenant messaging me out of the blue. He's supposed to exit February next year, so now it's October 2025. He said, regards your unit, I'd like to request early withdrawal a few months early from our agreement. This is because I'll be leaving Malaysia for good. For your information, the unit has been cleared and cleaned up recently by my family as I was busy outstation. He's a pilot. The keys, access card, and the old parking card has been returned to the mailbox. The new unit has been changed to a new set of keys years back due to my family being locked out midnight while I was flying duty, so they had to call the firemen to open up. So that sounds like a forced entry. The new set of keys are in the mailbox as well. Hopefully this will help you finalize our last step of our agreement. My sincerest apologies not be able to meet you in person because I have to commute. So this guy sounds very nice and he pays rent on time. No problem with the rent. In this message, he sounds like he's doing everything right. He wants to withdraw early from the agreement and get his security deposit back if I read between the lines. The only thing that concerns me is the part where he's changed the lock and he called the fireman. Why don't you just call the locksmith? If you call the fireman, they're gonna knock the door down. So I'm guessing the door is screwed up by now. So in this video, I'm gonna take you along in my journey as a landlord. First, we're gonna look back at the original lease. What did I say in there? Is he qualified to get the money back? 2, we're gonna inspect the property for damages and list everything that's wrong with the property. 3, I'm gonna share with you my next plan after I've gathered all this information and what am I gonna do to find the next tenant as soon as possible. Let's go check out the original tenancy, which I have down there in my cabinet. So I got the tenancy agreement here. Clause 5 here is that the tenant is responsible to service the air conditioning. This dude doesn't service his air conditioning and he doesn't have proof of receipt or anything like that. So that's one thing we got against him. And the other thing, clause 7, there shall be no termination of the tenancy during the tenancy term. If the tenancy opt to terminate this agreement before the expiry of the tenancy, all deposit paid is forfeited. Okay, that's all I need to know. And over here, I'm holding 2 months rental plus half months of security deposit. This agent did a really good job because he listed down all of the stuff in my house so I can check if everything is still here. He even took pictures. This is a really good agent. I'm going to contact this agent again. He's doing a good job. So I'm gonna bring this with me and see you there. I've been doing this whole property thing for a while. When I do inspection, I usually bring my toolbox. Inside here, we got all the basics tools, including what I found super important, a headlamp, right? We're gonna look at some dark places. One last thing that you gotta do is bring batteries, just to see if all the remotes are working fine. So I'm gonna bring AAAs and AA's. So look at that. So it looks like the entire thing needs to be replaced, like this whole frame. Okay, I'm gonna put my toolbox here and I'm gonna show you guys around. So this is like a little mini kitchen area. So what we're gonna do today is we're going to check all of the stuff, dining area, and I think that's some of the stuff we need to get rid of. Okay, close this door. Here we go. Look at the view though, it's really nice. Wow, look at that view. If you're having dinner here, it's pretty amazing. Very, very dusty. So I think this house has been abandoned for quite some time. You can see how dirty the floors are. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna check all the fans, electric, all the TV, is it working or not? We're gonna test the AC. Okay, wardrobe. I think this is fair wear and tear because this is quite of a flimsy product to begin with. But there's some water damage there, but I'm gonna take pictures of this as proof. And wow, this place is super dirty. Oh wow, just look how dirty it is. Just look how dirty that is. But man, the view is amazing. If I could take YouTube videos here, this is amazing. I would film here. Okay, so let's see what I have to check. Yeah, this place is definitely super dirty. I think I need to hire a professional cleaner rather than just me. Whoa, sorry you had to see that. Okay, I think I need to buy a new curtain. I think that's not a problem. So you guys gotta check this out. This view is amazing. Like, imagine having dinner with this view every day. It's amazing. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna sit this on the table and I have my tenancy agreement here. And the agent has listed all the items. Really good, really smart agent. And it has pictures as well. So I'm gonna go through these one by one. Okay, there's something weird about this door. It will randomly open by itself because of the strong wind. scary if you're alone. All right, let's take a look here. What are we gonna check? Intercom, two-door refrigerator. All right, let's check out the fridge. Seems to work. I'm not sure if it's super cold, but it does work. The drinks are cold, so this works. And I need to test each and every one of these out as well, but I'm not sure if they're plugged in. All right, so I had to bring down both the microwave and oven down to the shelf so you can reach the power socket. Unfortunately, the oven tripped the main power board and I had to turn it back on. So now what I'm gonna do is see if this thing works. Can you see it? All right, it's working. I think that's good enough. I think last time there were some utensils. Okay, so that's the kettle. We're gonna remove that and buy a new one. Apart from that, absolutely nothing else. I'm pretty sure I have like plates and stuff before this, so that's completely missing. The final thing I want to try is this washing machine. We have a foot mat up there. Let me go try that. All right, let's try to wash this thing. Man, it's super dirty. In you go. I think that's the main switch. Turn on. What is PF? Okay, cotton quick. Sure, we got a little bit of detergent. Put in a little bit in there. That's way too much. And click on play. Something's happening. Oh, it's working. All right, cool. So we're just gonna leave it there. Let it do its thing. Let's go ahead and inspect the rest of the house. All right, so this is the remote air conditioning. This thing works. This is from upstairs, and this is the bottom one, and this doesn't work, so I hope it's just the battery. So we got the battery here. Let's try to change that. Oh, it works. Nice. So it's just the battery. Good. So we're gonna bring this upstairs together with all these tools. All right, let's take a look what we're gonna see further up. We're gonna check out the upper floor, the fan, the lights, the toilet, bedroom, and then the balcony. Let's go. Before that, there's these lights I wanna test out, and they are located here. So kitchen, which is these. So these are multicolored. Oh, okay, so that one doesn't work. The white one of that doesn't work. Chandelier. Chandelier is that one over there. You see it? Yep. And the next one is tall wall. And I believe that one. Okay, we got 3 LEDs and they all work. Okay, how about these 3? And I think they're right over here. Dining light. Okay, that works. That works. That works. Okay, cool. So the only LED that doesn't work is that one over there. This one. So under LED ceiling light, 1 burn out. So the curtains are okay. Let's try it out to be safe. Got some dust in my eye. Nothing seems to be wrong with the curtains, so that's good. These are very expensive to replace and wash because it's so tall up there. I have to find, whoa, scary. I gotta find somebody with a scaffolding. They're gonna build a scaffolding up here in order to install the curtains. In the meantime, yeah, the washing machine seems to work. It's great. It's a really old washing machine I bought at a junkyard. So stair, spotlight, I think those are that one. All 3 are functioning. That's great because this is really hard to get a ladder up on there. Okay, there's 4 light bulbs. Only one is working, the other 3 doesn't work. So the other one, I already take it out right over there. All these spotlight works. The TV seems to be able to turn on. These are the fans, these are the TV. I'm gonna replace all the batteries. All right, I changed the battery on this one. It seems like the remote doesn't work, so I have to probably buy a new one. And this one, the battery leaked and that corroded the metal thing there, so this also doesn't work. So I have to buy 2 of these. Now we're gonna test out the Sony. All right, so this doesn't work as well. I'm gonna take a picture of all of this and buy that on Shopee, which is our version of Amazon. Okay, I think I covered everything here. Track light, 3 bulbs need to be replaced. 2-seater sofa with pillows, so we got those here. These need to be washed. Apart from that, this seems fine. So now we're gonna check out the bathroom. Floor mat, which is in the washing machine, toilet bowl, mirror, wash basin, shower head, waste bin. All right, so here is the bathroom. Everything seems to be okay, a little dirty. Okay, so I'll probably have to buy a new shower curtain. Apart from that, I think it's fine. Oh, wait a minute. This thing is leaking. So I'm gonna take this off, turn this off, wait for all that water to go, and I am going to replace that thing. Okay, this is pretty tough because I gotta finesse my way up there, and with a spanner I just couldn't get it in. Maybe I need a special tool for this, so I'm gonna take a photo of this. Man, property is really not for somebody who's not handy. You gotta be really handy if you want to save a lot of money. And some stuff, I don't even know if I can fix it, so it's pretty tough. not recommended to invest in property. All right, moving on to bedroom. Lights, air conditioning, ironing board. Oh, ironing board is right here. Let's test it. Yep, it's warm. It's good enough. What is this? That's probably another set of this sofa cover. I'm not sure. Okay, this doesn't exist. Okay, let's check out this room. Turn on the AC. This is the AC from the... it doesn't work. I gotta buy a new one, so this down as well. Die kit, remote ×1, replace. Okay, I got this from below. Borrowed it. Looks pretty okay. Very, very dirty though. Let's try balcony, which is this one. That thing is working. Down lights. Great, all three are working, nice. Ceiling lights. Okay, that's working. And I think we got another one, fan. All right, that's working. So, okay, so we got some tools. I have to get rid of all of this. The AC is working. How about this dressing table? Okay. Man, it's so dirty. All right, this works. Okay, let's try the curtains. All right, jot down everything. I'm too disorganized at the moment to summarize everything. So I'm just gonna pack all my stuff, close all the lights, and head home before it's rush hour. I think it's already rush hour, but I gotta head home now. All right, I am back at home. I went through rush hour traffic, but the kids are asleep. I took a shower and got all the information of our site visit. Before I left, I met the management office to do two things. So the first one, I said, hey, can you get the technician to take a picture of the water bill and also the electricity bill, the meter, right? So we have proof that this is the amount before the tenant leaves. She said, just send an email because the technician's not here. Once he's here, we will take care of it. And then the other thing that they request me to send an email is this damaged door. So just put the pictures in. I need a quotation, and then once our contractor's back, we're gonna give you a quotation. All right, cool. The next one is, remember that we jot down everything that was missing or broken inside this tenancy agreement? I'm gonna show you a Google Sheet that I've done, which I think makes everything a little bit easier. This is basically the area, kitchen, bathroom, that kind of stuff. Then what is the item that is damaged? What is the quantity needed? Is it damaged, missing, or needs replacing? So as you can see here, who's paying for this, owner or tenant? All of this is under the landlord, which is me, but the damaged door, I'm not paying for that. So that's coming out of the tenant. So the funny thing is, I was kind of pissed off and I just texted him out of the blue. So you want your security deposit back? Question mark, just straight up. And then he said, yeah, smiley face. He saw me typing something long and he replied some message to me, and then he said, oh yeah, I also left you a little bit of detergent there, feel free to use it. Like really bullshit stuff, right? It really angers me because he's trying to act nonchalant, like there's no big problem here. He didn't mention anything about the busted door. I find that really rude, and he just left the country just like that. I just said, send them the two pictures that I shown you. You completely wrecked my front door. I just talked to the management office. This is gonna be a lot of money and very difficult to replace. Also, the condition of the house, it's very dirty. I need to hire a cleaning service because I'm not gonna clean up after you. 3, the original agreement is you're gonna stay till February, but right now it's October and you just left with 0 notice. And then I just asked him, like, what do you think I'm going to say to you? Be honest. And I just left it like that. So I saw him, he's probably like sending some stuff to me. I think there's gonna be like a WhatsApp fight, it looks like it. Guys, who's right or who's wrong here? Should I give him his deposit back? So here's the thing about the tenancy agreement. The official tenancy agreement, which is this one, we signed for 2 years and then he decided to extend. So the duration that he's staying right now is beyond the scope of what we signed here. He said, oh, I'm gonna stay until February, is that okay? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? And then now he decided he just wanna call it quits in October. So legally, I don't have anything in writing to say that he agrees to stay until February, but on WhatsApp, we just agreed to say, you know, he's gonna stay until February. Assuming that the agreement of the tenancy still holds together, even though this is expired. So that's the dilemma, that's the gray area here. And he's sending me a bunch of texts to reply. I'm not gonna read this yet, but I think he's gonna piss me off. And I think if you're a landlord, you read this, your blood's gonna be boiling. And maybe if you're a tenant, you look at this and you're gonna be like, you know what, I think he's right. So if you wanna know what he's saying to me, you gotta wait for part 2 of this video.